6 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Hurts sets up to throw it. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It was Joey Bosa working his way in to bust that one up.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Hurts. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. Throwing is Hurts. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. This is Smith to the ground. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devontae Smith, 53 yards. And the Eagles are on the board first here this afternoon. Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Here comes Nasir Adderley from his end zone. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at the 20. They started on the ground with Eckler. Room here to run. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Back to throw here, Herbert. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Herbert. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10. A big play there on the catch and run. 57 yards. 1st and goal and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Now it's Herbert. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. And the sack leads to roughly a loss of 6, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
First and goal looked like things were set up nicely, and now all of a sudden on 2nd and goal, Charles, a big challenge ahead of them.
And you have to know when you're this close to the goal line, things are going to happen faster, so you've got to get the ball out quick.
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA. Gerald Everett, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Chargers are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Hopkins with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. He's going to drop this down to Sanders. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Play action. Here's Hurts. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And the Chargers are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Herbert. That is caught. It's Williams. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. 7-7, our score after 1.
The score tied 7-7.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there, back at the 39-yard line.
An 8-yard loss on the play. It's now 3rd down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This is swung out to Eckler. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. Hopkins' kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this third drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's the tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Just his second incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
To throw again on second down. Hurts. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
What we're seeing so far as a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and shoulder the sticks.
Here's Hurts to throw. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to bring up the fourth down. They're going to try and throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case.
Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
3rd and long, it's Herbert. He's airing it out for Williams, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away.
Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through as it hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. Score. That's how we roll.
I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so. But maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring it down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
back to throw. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. To throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. Looking here for Smith downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
They'll look to throw again. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. That throw, Charles, in the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got ripped.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
It was T.J. Edwards who brought him down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Sliding out of the pocket. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. Touchdown, LA! It's the fullback. 34 yards. And the Chargers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point good by Hopkins. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Under pressure, and down he goes. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. Hurts sets up to throw it. Throw left side complete. That's Sanders. And he's brought down, but not before picking up the first with a very effective stiff arm. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Smith brings it in, going across the middle. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
Well, he's had the interception woes in this one, Charles, and that time a little bold to throw it into double coverage, but he beat the double coverage.
Yeah, but I admire that he still will challenge defenders downfield, even though the ball's been in jeopardy a few times in this game. A nice ball there against most.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the 3rd quarter. On the return, it's Adderley from his end zone.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Charger drive about to get going.
This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box, establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Once more, here's Eckler.
And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
13 yards on the play. The Chargers first down.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield.
He was brought down at his 49-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd.
From just shy of midfield, Herbert.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half.
Hurts.
Open man is Goddard, the tight end.
Hurts finding Goddard there. First down, Philadelphia.
I got kicked out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
On the move past the 40, and he'll be brought down at the 27.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Throwing is Hurts.
Forced out to his left. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And picked up by the Chargers.
Partner, everything that happened before that fumble was great. Good vision, navigating the open field, got good chunk yardage. At that point, if you see a defender coming, though, just step out of bounds. Don't risk all you picked up before they hit to just try and get an extra yard or two.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
That play ended for a net loss thanks to Javon Hargrave.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. From his own end zone, Herbert. And this throw will be intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Elliott good on the extra point. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
On the return, it's Adderley from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
To try again after the sack, Herbert. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. This defense figured out something in the locker room. That's 2 third-quarter picks now.
And you just wonder, did he get too comfortable in the locker room himself? His team has the lead. Take care of the football.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Kenneth Murray coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. Picked by Kenneth Murray.
And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
All right, Brandon. Normally when you hear about guys making 2 interceptions in a game, you're thinking must be a free safety, maybe a corner. How about getting 2 picks out of one of your linebackers? Again, he's just in the right place at the right time. And that's another great play to come away with the football.
He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. He got 29 yards that time.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Eagles 14.
Of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
Herbert going to keep it on the sneak.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. This Eagle defense, they won't give in without a fight. This is 3rd and goal.
Herbert going to keep it on the sneak.
Only a few inches needed on the sneak. He didn't get it, and now it's 4th down.
Herbert going to keep it on the sneak.
Trying to wedge his way in there. No signal. I don't think he got there. He did it. They try the sneak, but not enough push. He doesn't get in. And this Eagle defense stands tall down near the goal line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon a running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And he's got his man. It's the tight end, Goddard.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
We've seen this a few times in this game. That offensive line just, I don't know if you want to call it out physical, out tough, whatever you want to use.
And what people do when that is happening, when they're getting dominated that way, they spread things out a little bit, make it more of a space game.
Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground.
The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time.
This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to him. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking him.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts.
And this is caught. That's Watkins.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards, and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts.
Going deep here for Watkins. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders.
And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning.
On 2nd and 11 now. Hurts. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
That makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit?
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Khalil Mack in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators? They say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job. But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
Well, we knew this had the potential to be a tight game, but with less than 3 minutes to play, couldn't be any tighter. We're all tied.
All locked up, right? And this next drive is going to tell us everything we need to know about this game, because I want to see how they come out with the football. Are they going to be aggressive and attack downfield? You still got the 2-minute warning to come up? Or are they going to be conservative and try and hold on and maybe just get to overtime?
The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
Now Herbert.
That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Herbert to throw.
Working the middle here. That's complete to Everett, the tight end. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. What a play there by Fletcher Cox to get in and knock him down behind the line.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. So now it all comes down to Dustin Hopkins. He made his only attempt earlier. This for the win. And that's off the right upright. Thought it might sneak in, but it did not. It's no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the fourth.
Let's go now.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So it's the Eagles who will get the first chance to go down and find a winner as they'll get it here, and we are back underway. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen? And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Here we go.
It's a gain of 23 yards. First down, Philadelphia.
They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Now Hurts on the option right.
And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Opening drive of overtime, and now facing a 3rd down and 6. Big play coming up. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
Well, I know you're toward the middle of the field here, but still, 4th down this distance, you got to punt it right.
That's definitely the first instinct because you say, okay, let's just play some field position, make sure we don't lose the game here, turn it over in a key spot. But if you feel really good about your trigger guy, if you feel great about him, you might want to leave the ball in his hands and let him work his magic.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts.
Oh, and it's intercepted.
Picked by Kenneth Murray. And the Chargers are going to have it with a chance to win the game here in overtime. He had the interception woes in regulation, and now they carry over into overtime. And on the other side, CD, all they need is a field goal to win it.
I'm glad you pointed that out, Brandon, because he has not been sharp all game long. He's been rather loose with some of his passes, and this one might cost him a ball game.
first throw in overtime for Herbert.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
You know they're going to be looking his way in overtime. He's had a fantastic game, but unable to hook up there.
And how many times do we see this situation where they actually complete that pass and you wonder to yourself, how do you let him get open? How do you not know they're going to go to him? He's their big play guy. In this case, they defended it well and knocked it away.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Offensively lucky they were able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. One, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But two, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room. Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
This being their second opportunity in overtime, 3rd overall drive. See if they can settle into a rhythm.
And that's what you're looking for. Get a few first downs, move the ball downfield, have some confidence, get yourself in a spot where you can at least kick the field goal and win it. But I tell you this, if I'm the play caller, I'm looking at that part of my sheet that says playmakers. Get the ball in their hands, critical situation. Now's their time.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. From the gun, it's Hurts.
Oh, and it's intercepted.
Picked by Kenneth Murray.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD.
So it's a win here for the L.A. Chargers, and it was thanks to the fine play of their quarterback, CD, Justin Herbert.
Yeah, the numbers don't jump off the page, but he was a steady influence back there. He had a couple of touchdown passes on the afternoon. His guys rallied around him, and they're going to come away victorious.